like we always do it this time. Cookie cold, blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, cookie crept from behind, and I opened up your blinds, rising.
So we catch you up on all the action. We have some winning tips in 2K Pro-Am.
You want to play some post-up games with either post? This is your formation.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. And coming right up, we'll see the Utah Jazz playing against the Hornets in Charlotte. And for Charlotte, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life for what he believed in. We are forever indebted.
Well, the progress that he made, truly, he led by example. He lived his life a way that we could emulate. Instead of talking about it, he was being about it. The Dr. Martin Luther King.
Just about.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's the East versus West, where the Charlotte Hornets will be looking to make a statement. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And so in the game for the Jazz, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Banks in at the 3 spot. Here's Gobert after Jeremy Lin's bucket. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
On the wing, Green. Bargnani down low. He's guarded by Favors. Bargnani dishes to Green. 6 to shoot. Outside for Batum. Lets the 3 fly. Utah with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
The thing I took away from that game was just how dominant they were on the backboard.
Well, it would have been hard not to see how dominant they were based on the numbers. I mean, they just completely dominated the glass.
Bargnani over to help. The drive by Gobert. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Outside, Lin, picked by Bargnani. Green inside the 3-point line. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. The Jazz have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Banks passes to Gobert. Banks against Batum. Banks kicks to Burks. Here's Favors. The shot is off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Banks kicks to Favors. The Jazz working the ball around now. Banks with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. Banks dishes to Burke. The shot from the low post is good.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
Hornets trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And Batum kicks to Bargnani. Tries to snap the cold streak. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Burks off a pick from Banks. And play stops. On what looks to be an illegal screen.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so and hard.
No one covering.
How in the world did they let him get?
Now it's it down to Doris Burke, who is able to talk with head coach Steve Clifford.
Yes, Kevin, he's certainly mindful of the shot-blocking presence they'll run up against inside, but he doesn't want them shying away offensively. If anything, he said, we've got to be aggressive, but also patient. If we can be deceptive in the way we attack, and there are ways to do that, we can be successful inside. Guys, let's see how successful they can be.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. What approach to use against the opposing D, I guess, in the front of their minds, it sounds like, guys.
And I think it's going to take not just one approach, but several. I mean, they are so good at making adjustments defensively. They'll have to be ready to adjust on the fly as well.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, this is a team that will give you a lot of different looks at the defensive end, so adjusting and adapting, critically important.
Now Lynn, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Outside, Lynn fires the three, and another three for Charlotte. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Banks. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. And that's now 6 points for Freak.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Pass to Lynn. Down low. Outside for Batum. And a miss there on the triple. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Feeds it to Favors. Here's Gobert, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the Hornets making a change here. Kid Gilchrist has checked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. Freak number 1.
He's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Lynn with it. Burke covering. Out left to the wing. Outside, Lynn. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Jazz trail by 3. Burke kicks to Gobert. Burke with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Golden State.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And the wide open shot from Green. Misses the 3.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The feed to Banks. Over to the wing. The dish to Burks. From 13. Second chance shot. It's deflected. Here's Lynn. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Lays it up and banks it in.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
To the inside. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And the Hornets lead by 5.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Now here's Banks. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. Here's Favors. Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got 5.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
And here's Green outside. The shot is off. And it's Utah the other way. And here is Burke. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Green inside. Burke covering. And there's Green on the assist from Kid Gilchrist.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots. And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. He's been dominant over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Spencer Hawes is checked in for Batum. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Green, and Shelvin Max subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Banks. He's got 8. Pass to Favors. Wide open. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here is Todd. 9 points last game out. They set the pick. The pass to Lamb. 3-pointer. Shot's good. And now it's a 9-point Hornets lead. For Utah, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Hayward passes to Banks. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's 10 points for Freak.
And really the scoring this quarter has been...
Banks against Kid Gilchrist. To the middle. Here's Kaminsky. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Bargnani is checked in for Kaminsky. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Shelvin Mack. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Clutch comes in for Rodney Hood. And it's Burke in for Dante Exum. Jeremy Lin is out there with Gerald Green. Then there's Batum. Then it's Bargnani. And it's Hawes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Hornets 5. And the Jazz with possession here. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Banks dishes to Hayward. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Charlotte leading by 3. Kicks it to Hawes. Dishes it to Batum. Outside, Green. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Jazz making a switch here. Burks is checked in. And Batum kicks to Bargnani. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bargnani's got his second basket.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Burke the pass to Banks. Inside, Burke. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Now here's Lynn. He's got 9. Banks with the block. Now here's Burks, defended by Batum. Banks against Lynn. Banks dishes to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Burks' shot is good.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He finished with 42 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance.
Yeah, that's certainly one that we'll be talking about here for a long time.
I'd say it would make it to his greatest hit spot, no doubt about it.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there. To check out Freak here. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. First in scoring, first in shooting percentage.
And I tell you what, his scoring abilities are almost otherworldly. I mean, no one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Here is Lynn. Banks with a rebound. Banks has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through clutch. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Here's Burke, following the score by Charlotte. Up top, Banks. He kicks it to Gobert. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Nice ball movement by Utah. Burke kicks to Banks. No good. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Batum attacking. Burks with the steal. Banks against Batum. Banks kicks to Burke. Back to Banks. He dishes it to Gobert. Pass to Burks. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for Charlotte, Alec Burks. Taking 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Burks.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Now here's Lynn. 9 points in the game so far. He feeds it to Green. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper. Green's got 9.
And not a great... start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. The Hornets 4th.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
So it's the Jazz now. It's a 3-point game. Banks passes to Burks. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
With some arc. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Shot clock at 6. Back to Banks. Now Batum. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit. Here's Green. Not enough on that one as it misses. Jazz trail by 3. Pass to Banks. Batum brings the double team. Back to Banks. To the wing right side. Another miss by Utah. Hornets leading by 3. Here's Green, and it's blocked. Feeds it to Banks. Bargnani over to help. Withy gets the bucket.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Green, the screen. Lynn kicks to Green. Fades. Again.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Banks dishes to Withy. It's Banks with the drive. Batum with the steal. Now here's Lynn. Not a lot of room. There's the feed to Bargnani. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Banks with the ball. Now Green defending. Banks kicks to Burks. Back to Banks. Bargnani over to help. The dish to Withy. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Bargnani. The Hornets have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Batum, the basket good off the assist from Lynn. And the Hornets lead by 3.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
Passes it to Withy. Banks dishes to Withy. And there's the pass to Banks. They set the screen. Inside. It's tipped. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. And Green gets it to go.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Here's Withy. So here's Burks. Clock at 6. Here's Banks. Pause with the block. One-on-one fast break. And Batum kicks to Lynn. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Banks against Green. Banks passes to Withy. Nice ball movement by Utah. Banks against Green. Here's Withy. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Lynn dishes to Bargnani. Pick by Bargnani. Lynn adds a 2-pointer. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
There's a screen. It's Banks with the drive. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Gobert.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Green, the screen. Lynn kicks to Hawes. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 4 assists in the game.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Kicks to Burks. Back to Banks. Right wing, Nato. Misses the wing J. And we finished one half.
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Banks in at the small forward. Jazz trail by 6 to the wing right side. Here's Burke. Off target with his 3. Well, Hornet shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Now here's Lynn from deep. Green. Again, the miss by Green.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Batum against Banks. At the top of the key, Gobert. Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Here's Batum. Finished off the break. Batum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Charlotte.
Maybe with that, the lid on this basket will be lifted for him.
Favors with the screen. Up top, Banks. Defended by Batum. Banks kicks to Favors. Burks with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Now, here's Batum. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. Lamb comes in for Green. Gobert with a screen on Kidd-Gilchrist. It's Banks with the drive, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And he gets the bucket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Burke kicks to Gobert. Burks the pass to Banks. Out to the right wing. Favors sets the pick for Burke. Good on the three-point shot. Burke's got 7 points in the game.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Lynn. Kicks it out to Bargnani. And it's the Hornets another three.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
Here's Banks. He's got 15. That's good. He has 6.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Shoots from 12. Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. Jazz trail by 6.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Burke kicks to Banks. And Burke has it in the corner. Back to Banks. Gobert with a screen on Kidd-Gilchrist. 5 to shoot. Here's Burke. Got a piece of it. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Max checked in for Charlotte. Then for the Jazz, Gordon Hayward's checked in for Banks. Rodney Hood subbed in for Burks. Hornets, Charlotte making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Then for the Jazz, Clutch comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Exum in for Trey Burke. Here's Banks, and that comes off the assist by Exum. 17 points for Freak.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept him in it.
Here is Hayward. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. He had stolen by Lamb. And Hayward with the block. Outside Banks. Dishes to Hood. It's deflected. Batum with the steal. On the wing, Batum. They get the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Kidd-Gilchrist following the basket by Freak. There's the screen. Kidd-Gilchrist with it. Now defended by Banks.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
And Batum kicks to Lamb. Batum sets a screen for Lamb. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Lamb's got 10 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Now here's Exum. He's got 8. Back to Banks. Shot clock at 6. Hayward from outside. And Utah another 3.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Outside Batum. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Defended by Hayward. That one a little long. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Exum. Hayward on the wing. Steps back and shoots. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Kaminsky's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Utah's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Now here's Exum. He's guarded closely. Favors with a screen on Batum. Banks kicks to Hayward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. The Jazz making a switch here. Brooks is checked in. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Kaminsky. 6 points for him. Back to Green. Shoots the 3. Utah with the rebound. Banks has got 8 rebounds in this game. He kicks to Favors. He dishes it to Burks. Favors with the screen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Oh, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's Lin. 11 points in the game. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
1:29 left in the third quarter. Exum kicks to Favors. Outside Banks. Exum with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. Hornets leading by 7. The drive by Green. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Looking at the game Green has been having, he's got 11 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
And here's Exum. He's got 8. Right wing. Banks dishes to Exum. Banks against Kid Gilchrist. Just 5 on the clock. Exum passes to Favors. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Lin kicks to Kaminsky. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Kaminsky's got 6 in the quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Banks dishes to Favors. Exum passes to Banks. Shot to end this cold run, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with 1 hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Lynn, an amazing... Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. They've got Batum. Bargnani is out there with Kaminsky. Lynn, and it's line here. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hornets.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Lamb is checked in for Charlotte. Outside, Lynn. Outside, Green. Poked away. Up top, Lynn. He's guarded by Banks. Now Burke. Here's Favors. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. 8 points for Derek Favors.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Banks. Here's Gobert. Up top, Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Favors with the screen. Burke kicks to Banks. He feeds it to Gobert. Burks. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The dish to Lamb. Bargnani sets the screen for Lamb. Back to Lynn. Over in the corner, Lamb. And the rejection by Favors. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And the Hornets making a change here. Max checked in.
Substitution for your Hornets, returning, Sheldon.
Lamb with the ball. Now guarded by Banks. Lamb, good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Kaminsky with the double team. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Favors with the screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Feeds it to Bargnani. They get a hand on it. Burks with the steal. And here's the fast break. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
At the line for your Hornets, shooting 2, Sheldon Mack.
Free throw good, Mack. And Mack drops them both. Jazz trail by 8. Burke kicks to Gobert. Outside Banks. To the paint. It's stolen by Lamb. And even 3-on-3 break. Left side, Lynn. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lynn, and there's the feed to Lamb. Charlotte again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Now Banks, after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. Just 4 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 9 points for Trey Burke.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Good. And the Hornets lead by 8.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Now here's Favors. Gobert, the screen. Outside Banks. Passes it to Favors. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
That's just a foolish mistake right there, guys.
Charlotte also making some changes. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kaminsky. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Bargnani. And it's Green in for Jeremy Lin. And a switcher also for Utah. Banks is checked in. And Favors kicks to Banks. And there's the pass to Burks. Here's Burke. And right through it goes. Burks got 4 points this quarter. Hornets leading by 7. To the left wing. Kid Gilchrist against Favors. Right side Green. Kicks it to Lamb. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
We've watched Lamb play great basketball. He has 14 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Kaminsky comes in for Shelvin Mack, and Bargnani subbed in for Kid Gilchrist.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Now here's Banks. Burke kicks to Banks. Rebounded by Kaminsky. For Charlotte, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Gobert dishes to Banks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Outside, Lin. Outside, Green. Shot from the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for Charlotte. Jazz have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Banks. Outside Favors. The 19-footer is on the money.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Lin. Pass to Bargnani. Outside Batum. Lin the pass to Bargnani. It's stolen by Gobert. Now here's Burke. Defended by Lin. Favors with the screen. Favors with a screen on Lin. Here's Banks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Just a fantastic game for Clutch. He's got 10 rebounds, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attack, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Now here's Green. Outside for Batum. 5 to shoot. No good from outside.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Banks with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. And Lynn comes to help, all alone. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Burke.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Outside, Lynn. Here's Bargnani. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
Andrea Bargnani.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Kicks it out to Banks. Poked loose. It's stolen by Kaminsky. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
It's Banks with the drive. He tries for 3. Can't get it to go. And so it's Charlotte with the win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.